Hey everyone, Mike Sutton here, small business owner, coach, and founder of BeBuildHave.com. And I work with small business owners and entrepreneurs who are not quite getting the results that they want in their business, feel frustrated, feel stuck, feel like they just want to do better, and help them really unleash their potential, figure out what it is that's holding them back, to get time management, to get sales, marketing, to get all these things under control so that they can be the people they want to be, build the businesses that they want to build, and have the successful lives that they want to have. And this is the fourth video in my time management series where I'm kind of just trying to step through some of the easy steps that you can start taking to get control of your time. Because so many times I talk to small business owners and entrepreneurs who tell me that they feel overworked and underpaid, feel like they're behind their schedule all the time, they just need to catch up, and if they can just get ahead of things and get things under control, then they can start building the business that they want to build. And the fact is, if you approach that problem the same way you've always approached it, you're always going to be behind the ball. It takes changing how you manage your time. It takes changing how you accept projects, how you make decisions about what's important, what your priorities are, which means you have to have goal setting down. And that was the first tip that we talked about. Figure out what your top priority is for each day and work on that thing first. And then in the second video, we talked about how anything that needs to be done needs to be scheduled. So you don't just have that long to-do list hanging over your head with items that are constantly growing, no set deadlines. You may never get to it, but it just causes you stress seeing that it's there all the time. And speaking of long-growing lists, in the video number 3, we talked about getting out of your inbox, not letting it be something that's just constantly causing you to react, and so you can never get ahead of things and start building your business proactively. And so as we stepped through these three weeks, and now as I do this fourth video message, my goal, my hope for you is that you can take some of these little tips and start making little changes just to start to free up a little bit of time in your schedule. Because once you experience what that's like, once you have a minute to stop and think about the big picture, great things can start to happen in your business, but you've got to take control. And so if we free up a little bit of time, then we'll use that as our base to grow, because you would be amazed at how much productive work you can get done when you use focused, concentrated effort. It doesn't take 10, 12, 14, 16-hour days. It doesn't take 60, 80, 100-hour work weeks for most of us to get the things done that we need to build our businesses. And if we can free up some of that time, work more effectively, be more productive, work towards reaching our goals, we'll be happier with our businesses will grow faster, we'll make more money, we'll get more done, we'll provide more value to our clients, we'll have more time to spend with our friends and family, we'll have more time to live the lives that we want to live. And so that's my goal for this series. This is going to be officially the last video in the series, but we'll see where we go from here. I want to hear your feedback, get some more comments on how you felt about the series, if it was helpful to you, if there were other topics that we want, but I do have one more topic for you. And this is the idea of accountability. And we all know what this is like. If we have a deadline, if we commit to a client, there's accountability there. We know that if we don't get what we said we were going to do done, when we said we were going to do it, there are going to be consequences. Now the problem is, on our own projects, on our own work, on the things that we know that we need to do, it's very easy for us not to be accountable to ourselves because we discount the importance and the impact that not doing what we say we're going to do has on us in confidence and how we feel about ourselves and our motivation to work on these kinds of projects. So we just let those things slide. And then it can turn into a habit where we say we're going to do something, we're not really accountable to anybody else, and it's easy to not be accountable to ourselves, so those things just never get done because there's always something that we're committing to for something else. So time management ultimately is about making yourself accountable to your priorities and goals so that you can work on the things that are going to grow your business and make your life better. And knowing that we're entrepreneurs and business owners who are trying to add value in the community, it puts us in a position to add more value, to serve our clients better, to not only reach our goals, but to help our clients and prospects and friends and family reach their goals. And that's what it's all about. So we really want to focus on this idea of accountability. Now, again, if you've got a deadline, if you've committed something to a client, it's easy to see where the accountability is there. The problem, like I said, is when we are only accountable to ourselves, we can run into problems. So the tip is create external accountability. And it could just be choosing somebody who's in a similar business or a friend of yours to be an accountability partner. It could be talking about your goals and the things that you need to accomplish with a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend or a family member. Or something that I've found to be very effective and helpful is to participate in a peer accountability group. And in my coaching practice, I offer such a group. If you want information about it, I'll make that available to you. But the fact is, you've got to get somebody to help you create that external accountability. The power of telling somebody you're going to accomplish something and then knowing that you're going to have to go back and face them and say whether you did it or not is really powerful, even if it's not a big formal thing, and ultimately the consequences are just that you're going to look foolish or appear unaccountable. That peer pressure is a really strong motivating influence. And so it's really important to have that environment where you can work with people. It could be a mastermind group and say, this is what I'm going to do in the next week, knowing that at the end of the next week, you're going to be right back in front of those same people again, having to say either you did do it or you didn't do it. Nobody wants to show up and say, well, I didn't do what I told you I was going to do last week because I'm a failure or because I'm lazy or because of whatever. I mean, we know those are the things that we think about ourselves. But if we're just telling that to ourselves, then it's easy for us to ignore that negative energy. But if we've got to be open and upfront and expose that to somebody else, then we tend to hold ourselves much more accountable. So that's my tip for the week. Get involved in a peer accountability group, find an accountability partner, find some way to create external pressure for your internal projects so that you're not just lying to yourself, but you're exposing that to other people, and it'll create a lot of pressure on you to be more accountable. You'll get more done in your business. You'll get better positive feedback. You know, if you can go back and say, hey, I said I was going to do this and I got it done. It feels good to have people say, hey, good job. I'm glad you finished that. What are you going to do next week? It's great to hear that you're making progress in your business. You know, this feedback is really valuable, really positive, and is really going to help you get better results in your business. Better results in your business and in your life, in every area, because you're establishing the habit of internal accountability. It's going to build upon itself. You put all 4 of these tips together. They're super, super powerful to help you get what you wanted to get done in your business so that you can be the person that you want to be, build the business that you want to build, and have the successful life that you want to have. So this is the end of the time management series. Please, please, please leave your comments, questions in the comments below the video, whether you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook or on my blog. Definitely want to get that feedback. It's the reason I do these videos. If you like the tips, share them with your friends. If you're interested in any of my coaching services or my accountability groups, reach out. I'll make sure you can get that information. Super easy to join. My clients have a lot of success with these things. I've had a ton of success with it in my own business. So time management ends up being the central key to get everything else started, because if you don't have time to work on your priorities, you're never going to make any progress with it. It's the most valuable resource you have. Start to respect it. Manage it. Your clients and prospects will start to respect it from you too. So until I get the next video out, be the person you want to be, build the business you want to build, have the successful life that you want to have.